To the first round Hambone Fantasy Football Playoff Update. So, what an exciting first weekend of the 2018 Hambone Fantasy Football Playoffs. Let's get to some highlights, because this week that's all we have. Highlights and a little bit of preview for the the semifinals. First up, quite the blowout. In the Carnation Bowl, we have the three-time champion Silver Bullets defeating Nowhere Elder Dragons 164-78. What a curb stomping. They, of course, were led by the New Orleans defense, who scored a total of 29 fantasy points by way of an interception, a block, and only 14 points allowed. So they move on to the Clementine Bowl. And next up, 20 Minutes with Tebow defeat Mr. Just in Time 148-105. They were led by the LA Ram defense, scoring 31 fantasy points by way of 3 interceptions and 13 points allowed. And that was the Plum Bowl. I'm sorry. So they move on to the Wool Bowl, where and let's see. Next up, Stay Tuned met the Kickin' Chickens at the Crocodile Bowl, and Stay Tuned wins 116-83 by way of the Chicago defense. A lot of defenses scoring big points this week. They scored 38 fantasy points by way of 4 interceptions, a safety, and 6 points allowed. Okay, sorry. Now, Stay Tuned, who's the 5th seed, will take on Silver Bullets in the Clementine Bowl. They met twice this season because they're in the same division. They're both in the Lex Luger division. In week 3, Silver Bullets won 191-151. And in week 5, Stay Tuned, won 156-135. So this will be the rubber match. I think a game that both teams have been looking forward to, exacting some revenge on the previous loss from this season. So good luck to both of you. But there's still one more highlight, and that would be, yes, my Burger Kings defeating the Roman Empire 131-123 in the Siesta Bowl. My team, of course, the Burger Kings, were led by Pat Mahomes, who scored 26 fantasy points by way of 377 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. So my Burger Kings go on to face 20 Minutes with Tebow, a 6 and a 7 seed, squaring off in the semifinals, the Wool Bowl. We only met one time this year, way back in week 4, where Tebow was victorious 188-156. So I look forward to exacting some revenge on that one. So, exciting week. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. All of the top seeds, with the exception of Silver Bullets, all went down. So we should see maybe a shakeup in the standings. I don't know, when it's all said and done. Maybe somebody gets promoted, maybe somebody gets, knocked down, who knows. So along with that, with 4 more teams being eliminated, 4 more teams are now added to the draft order. And that goes as follows. As we said before last week, first pick is Super Saucy Spaghetti. Second is Leland Lizards. Third is Team Cram. Fourth is Spicoli's. Now, picking 5th would be the Kickin' Chickens with a record of 5-8. Picking 6th, Nowhere Elder Dragons at 5-7-1. Picking 7th, Mr. Just in Time with a record of 9-4. And picking 8th is the Roman Empire, also with a 9-4 record. And that one is, because they have the same record, it was based on head-to-head. And Mr. Just in Time gets the a pick ahead of them. So, going into this weekend, we have the semifinals. But then basically, this is our final 4. The Bullets, Stay Tuned, 20 Minutes of T-Bone, my Burger Kings. Now, the winners of this weekend will go on and play in the Hambone Bowl. Hambone Bowl 17, 18. And then the losers will play in the Cinnamon Bowl, which will be the 3rd place game. So, if you have any questions, any comments, give me a holler. Again, if you have more suggestions for next year, please let me know. And, all right, that's about it. So have a good one. See you next week.